Guess who this is?
Baby, it's cold outside. Welcome back to The Reasonable Consumer, where the purpose of this channel is to find fun and easy ways to save money. It's going to get pretty chilly this week in southern Arizona in the desert. And I know what y'all up north are thinking. 33 degrees isn't that cold. And you're right. But to us southern desert folk, that's pretty cold. So yes, we're wussies, so you can suck it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and gather some firewood. I'm going to fill up this fireplace with some mesquite that I cut down probably about 7 or 8 years ago. So the wood is pretty old, but it still burns really good, and it burns very hot for a long time. This fireplace here, when it was originally designed, they did a pretty poor job of putting it in the corner of the room. So it really is only going to heat up like that corner right there. So that's where I will actually be staying.
I sleep here.
And that's going to be on Wednesday night into Thursday morning, since it's going to get down close to freezing. And I'll just park my keister right here and have the fire running all night. And occasionally I might add a log or two and fill that firebox up with some good mesquite. So we're going to show you that next. And one thing I've learned is that when you have a fireplace in the corner of a room like this, it creates a draft upward, so it's just sucking all of the hot air out of the house, which is almost pointless unless you're standing right next to the fire. So in actuality, this fireplace, when it's on, the rest of the house is going to get colder further back you go because it's sucking all that cold air in from like the nooks and crannies, from the places that aren't as insulated so well. So that's what I've learned. So the main thing, how I save money, is I stop using the heater, a day or two before. That way the house can be pretty much the same temperature as outside during the day, which is around 55 or 60 in the winter here. Although last week we hit 85 in southern Arizona, 85 degrees. Can you believe that? For right before New Year's. So that's the plan. We're going to stay warm on Wednesday and Thursday night and shut the heater off. And I'll show you where our temp's at right now in the house. All right, bear with us, folks. We'll be right back. Here we go. So as you can see, I've got the heater off. It's our little gauge there for what temperature we want it at. So I just turn it all the way down. Sitting at 56 degrees right now in the house, just a little under. And since it's not going to get below freezing at night, I don't really have to worry about the pipes in this house. But if you're living up north and you're letting your house get below 55, you're probably going to freeze some pipes. So I don't recommend doing what I'm doing. Since I'm in the desert Southwest, we can get away with that stuff a little easier here. But again, if your house is set below 55 on the thermostat and you've got pipes that are like under your sinks and stuff, and they're kind of enclosed in that area, not getting any heat, you could freeze your pipes. So not recommended for you folks up north. You guys are a lot tougher than I am, I'll tell you that much. Good job. All right, so let's show you the fuel that we're going to be working with here to light this fire up. Okay, so here's our mesquite tree I was telling you about. The root system got too close to the house foundation, so I cut it down. It's about a diameter of, I would say that's about 2.5 feet. So not terribly big, but definitely big enough to get some good logs. See the comparison there for my hand, pretty good size. Eventually I'll probably knock that stump out of there, and that'll be a couple days of firewood easy. But you can see these logs are very old. They're graying out because they are basically rotten, but they'll burn good in that fireplace, and I'm not using them to cook with. And there's our kindling. Not sure what type of an evergreen that was, but that wood burns good too. Now we've got some more kindling here. Oh, and hey, there's the trash guy. Say hi to the trash man. Hi, buddy. Good job. Thank you for your services, Mr. Truckman. There's that nightmare cooler I showed you in the previous videos. It's still holding strong this winter. And then if we'll look off to the west.
West. There is nothing west. I've been told different.
As a potential future project there. That tree is about, I'd say it's pushing 40 feet and about 30 feet wide. So we'll go take a look at my pine tree. Trash guy's making his way around, doing his rounds. That sucker is a monster. It's about as big around as the mesquite. About 2.5, 3 footer. Actually, it's probably about a 3 footer. And you can see what it's doing to the wall. That's because the roots are starting to go under the wall there, and it's picking it right up off the ground. That wall is made from 7-inch thick block. And those blocks are not hollow. That's the real deal. So that's heavy. And this thing is picking it right up. But someday I may cut this thing down. And that'll be a heck of a video for you. So we'll see about that in the future. This thing is growing at a weird angle. You can see it's definitely not straight up and down, and that concerns me. If it does fall, it's going to fall right into the yard and maybe even on that portion of the house. Thank goodness for property insurance. I hope they cover that if it happens. So other than that, let's gather some wood. I'm going to be lazy about it today and just put it in a plastic tote with a 2-wheel dolly, wheel it up to the door, and then I'll go ahead and put it in the firebox when I'm ready to burn it. So there's it's my back saver there. Cheap 2-wheel dolly. The wheels are even flat, but it'll haul this load. So here we go, folks. Just a bigger tote. I'm only going to get enough for one fire for one good night, and this tote will be plenty big for that. Sorry about that bad camera work here, folks. Okay. You can see how rotten this wood is, but it is dry. There'll be rhyme to the reason here in a minute. You'll see why I'm stacking them this way. It's so much easier to pull them out. Looks like I got a new pea shooter there. on the Kindle. Now I'm going to get some of this. This is actually pecan wood here, and it burns well also. Let's get a little pecan in there. It's a higher caliber pea shooter.
Say hello to my little friend.
This ought to be a good piece right here. Over here to balance that load. Okay. Start. Don't fall over on me, baby. A little bit more of this pecan. Now it's time for the good stuff, our mesquite. That should be enough kindling to get it going. So I could probably get some thicker logs now. I see one down there. I'd probably recommend wearing gloves if you got like a scorpion infestation or snakes could be hiding out in there. So wear gloves if you're afraid of that stuff. Okay. All right, get some bigger pieces here. Gotta balance out this load. It's a nice one. We got a spider there. I'm gonna let him go. It's a daddy long legs. They're fine. Good pieces there. Could probably get this one here. Go for these right here. Good ones. This stuff was all cut down straight from the tree, and I sized it myself, and you can see I did a horrible job on sizing these, but they'll still work. This will make good. Get some bigger pieces now. My goal is not to have to split any of these because I like to keep them whole. They burn a lot longer when they're whole. I'll probably have to split that one. And some of these in the corner are pretty big too. They'll probably need split, but we're going to go as big as we can without splitting them. That's the goal. Let's see here, probably this guy here. Since this wood is so old and rotten and full of holes, it should burn pretty good. I like this one here. And I like this one here. That's almost a load. You get one more big one. Hopefully one that's not on the ground. I want something that's about 12 inches wide. See anything like that? I think I'll just go with these two for now. I'm going to probably have to split some of these bigger ones later. This is a good one. It's almost a foot wide. And there we have it. Maybe a couple more medium-sized. Here's a good medium. Just like that. Got ourselves a pretty good load. I think we get a little more kindling for good luck. Littler guys here. That's it. Now, can a dolly with the flat tires handle that load without sinking? Flat tire dolly. Let's see if it'll work. I think we're successful. That's probably about at least 200 pounds of wood. Dolly handles it just fine. You can see I'm wobbling because those tires are flat spotted. But still running. It's better than using my own back. And as I said before, I'm going to put this right next to the door of the living room where the fireplace is, so I can have easy access. It should stay dry here. Bam. Leave this right to stay dry. Alright, that wasn't too bad. See, why lift it yourself? I will have to lift it to get it in the living room, but it's good. Okay, so we'll do the next segment here. That's going to be putting this stuff inside. I'm going to wait until tomorrow night to do that, because I'm going to put this stuff inside when I'm just about ready to burn it. If you do it too early and you leave it inside, creepy crawlers are going to be everywhere in your house, because I would imagine this wood's got little critters in it, maybe. So we'll do that after a little bit of magic through the works of editing. We'll get you guys back inside and we'll start this fire. I'm going to go ahead and get that one too while we're at it. That's a pretty big piece. Once I get the fire hot enough, it should burn all in one shot without a split. We'll show you guys that. Buddy, it's big. I'd say that weighs a good 55 pounds, 25 kilo. It's at least 50 pounds. And just like that, no back-breaking work for us. Push this back so it doesn't get so wet. That should be out of the elements. So does anyone here hate junk mail as much as I do? And it kind of piles up on you if you don't recycle it, which I usually recycle this stuff, but hey, look at that junk mail. All junk mail. Old stuff. I do like coupons sometimes. I'll definitely coupon a lot to save money, but there's just so much junk mail in here that I don't need. So we're going to fire this stuff up and put it to ash. All right, Let's make us a fire. And I have a treat for you guys if you're still around. Congrats on making it this far through the boring video. I'll try to spice it up when I edit it. But I got these 2 years ago for Christmas from one of my cousins. And it's supposed to make the fire change color. So that'll be interesting. So we'll toss some of those in the fire when we get it lit for you. And that'll be your treat for sticking around so long. And again, if you like this kind of content, if you like having fun and saving money, saving energy, feel free to like and subscribe. I don't post all the time, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Try and give good tips on how to do that. In addition, I also have another segment that I'm a little behind on, and that's the e-bike. And I know I promised I'd update you guys on the e-bike, but I haven't been using it much. But I will soon, so stay tuned for updates on the e-bike. Yeah, magic flames, man. Let's do some magic flames. Woohoo!
You sure I should do this, man?
I'm going to take you guys off body cam here. So bonus points for anyone who's seen The Great Outdoors with John Candy, Jim Belushi. Who remembers the argument they had about what you're supposed to do with the paper? Well, I do, and I don't care. Some people say you twist it. Other people say you just crumble it up. I don't think it matters. You can ask some of those survivalists that go crazy out in the wintertime and they sleep out in the snow in a tent. No thanks, count me out of that. I just wad it up until I get a good amount in there. I wore a belt just for you guys. You don't want it packed too tight, I know that. So leave some air pockets so your fire can breathe. More junk mail. Junk mail! What a waste of paper. I got more of those ads from her. I didn't get a single one from the guy who won. Sorry if you're a fan, I'm not. More junk mail. Waste of paper. Waste of money. More junk mail. More junk mail. That's about all I need. I could probably put some more in the back right, and I'll do that. Push this to the right. There we go. That way the fire could get in the back and really heat up that back end. Alright, so that's it for today. We're going to wait till it gets really cold. Heater is off. House is probably going to get down to about 48 tonight, maybe 50 inside, which is still fine because it's not going to be freezing outside. So I shouldn't have any issues with pipes. But we will update you guys on this tomorrow through the magic of editing. Alrighty there, everybody. So as promised, it's the next day. It is just over 50 degrees in the house. So we're going to take a blanket and get the fire going because it's getting cold in here, and this looks like a good blanket.
This is a good movie.
Very good blanket. And this looks like a good pillow. Okay, so that should be enough. If I have to get more blankets, I will. But I don't think I'll have to get blankets because we're going to get the wood fire going. Here we go. First wood fire of the year. Alright, so there's that. You guys remember that? So I'm so lazy that I'm going to take this firebox. I'm going to put it on a four-wheeler dolly. And we're going to go ahead and wheel it out there. Oh, no. Oh, oh. There we go. But yeah, the house is right at 50. Oh, and it's raining outside. Yeah, it's raining. See that moisture? It's going to be 31 tonight, so we've got to get this stuff lit up. And we will do that for you. So look at this. We got a little four-wheeler. I'm going to take this little my insulation there. And then all I've got to do is just drag this four-wheeler. We're going to have some good fire. And there it is. It's just that easy. Don't kill yourselves, folks. I mean, if you're in the snow and you can't do a dolly, I get it. You know, and if you think you're a survivalist or whatever, that's fine. But here in southern Arizona, we don't do that. Sorry. Yeah, we're pretty lazy. We're lazy little stink pots. So here we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take you guys off of the body cam, and we're going to load up the fireplace. Okay, so there's a good load, and that's just going to get it started. See, I've got plenty of kindling in there, plenty of newspaper and junk mail. And then if you want, you may want to consider popping that flue right about there. And you can see that dropped a lot of crap because I haven't ran this in almost 360 days. So fire it up! Just remember, folks, if you're going to do this overnight, you do it at your own risk. Okay? If you fall behind, you're on your own. Night-night. Okay, so as promised, we're going to change the color of this fire. The Magic Flame! Magic Flame. Let's see what it does. Yoga Flame! Looks like it's a blue. That is pretty cool. It's burning blue now, folks. Look out. That's a hot flame if it's blue. Stuff lasts a while. It's still blue. It's been almost a minute. So there's your magic flame. Woof. It's magical. You got to put all your flame in the center. It's just kind of how you tend to a fire. Most of you guys know how that's done. Well, I guess the blue flame is gone. I can still see a little bit of it in the middle, but let's try another. Let's see what color this magic flame is. Ooh, magical flame! You got flame! I guess it's blue again. Add another one. Add 2. You got flame! Can't really see it from here. You gotta kind of get close. So I guess the magic flame turns it blue. Woohoo! Blue is cool. So there's your color changing flame, folks. What a trip. I don't even want to know how much those cost, but like I said, my cousin bought it for me 2 years ago for Christmas, and I had to use them up, so I wanted to share it with you. They do last quite a while. They last about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Magic flame. It is still going. If we get close, you could probably see the blue. There's the blue flame. Let's see if we can get some other color. Okay, one more try. Let's see if we can get something other than blue. Still blue. These also have green color and purple, I believe, but we've basically got a run of blue here, so you're going to get some blue flame, folks. So blue is cool. Actually, I see some green in there. Let's see if we can see the green. I don't want to get too close. There's green. Yeah, there's also green. It's kind of hard to see. There is some green in there, so this is a green flame. You got flame! I'll throw the rest in there tomorrow morning when I get up. We're going to see how this burns. But there's your magic flame. It's almost burning like propane, but it's just mesquite wood. There it is. I put the phone too close, it's going to melt the phone. Merry Christmas, belated. Happy New Year. That is one heck of a blue flame. Blue is cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a nap. It's about midnight. It's 32 degrees out here in southern Arizona. I'm going to put one more big log on. Which one should I choose? The one on the right, the one in the middle, or the one on the bottom there? I'll get rid of this little kindler. There goes that. Still burning blue. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and choose this one on the right. That should burn most of the night. I do not recommend you go to sleep with the fire going like this. But I have dragon's blood, so I'm allowed to do it. If you have a little camper or a little truck that you're living in, don't do this, please. You got to have a big house with blocks. You got to be a little piggy that lives in a block home to do this. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead and take a nap. Got a pretty big vlog in there. Still burning blue. And if I catch on fire and you're watching, go ahead and call 911 for me. But I've got plenty of fire extinguishers nearby and everything. So if I catch on fire, we'll be fine. But do not try this at home. This is for entertainment purposes only. Okay, I'm going to put you all on the charger and speed this up. And we will see you in a couple hours. Talk to you soon, folks. We love you. Still going, folks. Let's do some more. See you in an hour or two, folks. And get back to bed. Need rest. Ugh. Good night. Two big ones on the Barbie. Here we go. All right, let's see what happens to that. Yoo-hoo. Good night, everybody. Bam!